Welcome, everyone, to Pitbull Stadium, not far from Miami and the home of the FIU Panthers. And today, this fan base eager to show everyone what the Panthers' home field advantage is all about. And while today is the final home game of the season for one team, it is more importantly a celebration, Senior Day, as we'll see the number 9 team in the country, the Washington Huskies, taking on the winners of 3 straight, the Florida International Panthers. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. FIU will kick it off to get things underway. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The offense set for a first down play. On the move, it's Washington. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. The emotions and energy figure to be high all day, guys, because of what's at stake this late in the season. Really a must-win for both teams.
Yeah, these are the ones that get your blood moving, Reese. You get jacked up, man. We don't have to say anything in the locker room, give these big speeches. You know what's at stake, Jesse. You're ready to rock and roll. This is when you prove you're the big dog.
Which is pretty cool, too, because it's been a long season. And these teams obviously are both physically and mentally tired. But you're right. For this kind of game, this is the one you circled at the start of the year. You knew that this was going to matter. There was going to be a lot on the line. Now it's time to go out and prove you're the better team.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Part of the DNA of the Washington offense has been a guy who can get it done with his arm.
And just finding a guy that makes everybody around you better, that can make the right decisions, that can highlight your skill positions. That's what get the Washington fans going crazy, going nuts, and that's when they have those great football teams.
They'll give it to the back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Wide out in motion. The jet sweep pass. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Let's see what they've got on second down. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. And he got a hand in there. Knocks it away, incomplete.
I think the wide receiver needs to do a better job making it look like he's going deep. He never got the quarterback that time to turn his hips, and because of it, he couldn't separate, and the ball got swatted away incomplete.
On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's cut. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away. They'll look to pin him deep. First boot of the day is on its way. He was called on 3 times in that loss last week. And they won't be able to down it. It goes into the end zone for a touchback. first down here for the offense.
Here we go. Arrow.
They'll go to the ground. Runs through a tackle. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses too, right? It's not just D linemen and linebackers getting all the plays, but it's DBs that are willing to not just cover, but tackle backs in the open field.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Comes out throwing on first down. Using the quick game. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Okay, ready?
Now on 2nd and short after the first down completion. They'll leave it with him. Shakes off the tackler. Finally pulled down, but not before. Moving the chains for a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
FIU set up with another first down.
Gorilla. Let's go.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Wants to throw on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Got it, looking for the first down. Across the 25, he's got room. Run out of bounds after the long game, but they've got it down 1st and goal.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. They want to throw it. He just threw it away. The last thing you want to do is try to force something on first down in the red zone. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. And he's a real nowhere man, tackled in this no-gain land.
It's looking like they're going to have to try to throw this one into the end zone here on 3rd down, David. Quarterback's got to be careful. Can't get greedy because you know these windows, they close fast.
Extremely tight windows. Find your big body guys that you know can win in contested situations here on 3rd down.
Go! Go!
Quarterback will audible. They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. They're trying to get to him. They won't let him in. He had a nose for that end zone, but he will be stopped short.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3 spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Fair catch, called for and made. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Panthers! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an
Number 23.
And they come up with a huge pick 6, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Bringing it back. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19.
Will take over 1st and 10.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Caught in the backfield. It's Reynolds. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the 1st down. Washington right back to the line.
1st down for the offense.
The give to the tailback. At the 45 on its way. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
The defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Washington has it and a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the fullback.
The ball carried by the fullback. Brought down at the 27-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Kept it on the ground last time. Let's see if they go back to it on 2nd down. Takes the handoff. It's Washington. Got enough space. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Washington.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming in this season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bringing it out. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the...
Just plowing ahead. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Quick completion to the right. And that defense pushing him out of bounds after a short gain.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he's shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Florida International 10, Washington 7.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the shotgun, they'll run it. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. The Panthers come to the line in the hurry-up. Movement here from the tight end. In the gun and looking to throw on 3rd down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. FIU will line up to punt. A low line drive and not his best work. He'll bring it back. It's Washington. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. They took it down the field for a touchdown the last time they had it, and now an opportunity to take the lead in this football game.
So they got to be feeling good. They did their part, score. Your defense does your part, Jesse. This offense, keep that momentum. I would say stay aggressive here.
And just keep doing what you were doing on that last drive, right? Well, whatever was working for you, just go back. Keep using those same playmakers to allow you to go down here and score a touchdown.
Williams will pass. Gonna take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down. It would have been a high-level play, but it's a play this quarterback expects to be able to make when he has a guy open.
And these quarterbacks start practicing and doing 7-on-7 and having quarterback coaches when they're like 7 years old, 8, 9 years old now. So even when they don't have wide open wide receivers, you still expect them to fit that ball in there and make it happen.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. He's out of bounds after a big pickup, but there's a flag on the field, and this might be coming back. First down, 10 yards to go. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5.
I think the toss does a really good job of getting the football on the edge quickly. You know, you toss it out there to the running back. You better block the defensive end. That's priority number 1. Good job blocking the defensive end, getting a nice positive game in the toss play.
Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. From the gun, running back gets to give. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 3, but he is inside the 30 to the 29.
Oh, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Coming to the line, looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw for it. Coming after it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They'll take a pass on the 46-yard field goal, try and go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires toward the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Husky!
Washington.
And that's what I love about empty sets and formations on offense, is that when you spread the defense out, you create bigger lanes to throw into. You saw it right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Got his man downfield. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
This defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense.
Off the deflection, missed a great chance to force the turnover. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
DB does an outstanding job here on the deep pass, locating the football, no PI, able to swat it away, pass incomplete.
Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Fast motion from the offense. He'll just keep slinging it. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. FIU will line up to punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
And that is why this punter is such a big weapon. He can completely flip the field. He's got a cannon for a leg. That was a moonshot. They were able to get downfield, and now this offense, they've got a lot of work to do if they're going to score.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Quarterback just flat missed it. Incomplete.
Incomplete. It's now second down.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. Williams looking for a man. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
There's a lot of QBs that when they get hit, when they get hurried, when they get pressured, they become very average. Really nice job by the defense pressuring them.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. These DBs going to give a little cushion. On 3rd down, going up top. Going up top. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Panthers.
Really nice drive by this offense. This is a top 10 defense. This is a challenge. They're going to make everything difficult. So when you can make some plays against this defense, you got to absolutely take advantage, create some momentum for your squad. Nice drive by this offense.
And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he's coming out of the end zone. He'll step out of bounds at the 16 and leave his offense with a long field in front. Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out, not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They knock him down right there.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
This defense will try to keep everything in front. Williams will pass. He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Washington sends out the punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Had to hurry the punt a bit, but gets great distance. He's got great speed. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Offense getting set for first down. Wide out in motion. Quarterback checking the play. He'll start this drive firing. Makes the grab. It's Nelson. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
The offense showing motion from the tight end, trying to get a read on the deep. He's looking to throw it. Finds his tight end. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
You know who's got to love this offense picking up so many first downs? It's their own defense. David, I know you love playing on teams with great offenses.
Ball spotted at the 27. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the offense. Trying to find his man on first down. Fires it incomplete.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. They want to just keep throwing it. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Quarterback checking off. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And this defense steps up. They're losing. They need a play. 3rd and long, you're thinking pass. The offense actually tries to run the football. Not fooled. Forcing the 4th down now, trying to get the football back.
And they'll send the field goal team back out for the 2nd time tonight. He'll swing that big leg for 3 from 44 yards out. Just drives it between the uprights. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Missouri has the lead right now. Columbia has just been jumping all week, but this game is hardly over. There is time left on that clock. They're up by 7 over Minnesota. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. Takes the handoff. It's Washington. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. Washington wants to go quickly. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. Going up top on first down. On the run, still looking. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
Safe completion on the screen. They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Williams looking for a man. Just a little off. Incomplete.
On the screen. It leads to second down.
Now 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the jet motion. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
3rd down play from the gun. Bought a little time, lets it go. Grab near the marker. It's Washington. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
And the Huskies come to the line with a new set of downs. He's going to pass. He's going to run it. And this sophomore quarterback learning when to use his legs to move the chains. Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24, 1st down. He wants to throw. They'll wrap him up, and he didn't find the same kind of running room this time as he did on the previous play. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. He's looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. Touchdown, Washington. Oh, we've got a shootout.
Touchdown, Washington.
I'm going to spread you sideline to sideline with all my speed, make you cover the whole field. Nice job by the offense, going with a little spread look, taking advantage of the speed they had on the field, and getting the big touchdown.
Make this extra point, and they could go to the halftime locker room with a lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the scoring play comes on a touchdown pass from 22 yards out. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets him to the 28. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. This quarterback part of their running game. Got the 1st down and more. Out across the 30 to the 39 after getting 10 on that one.
And that's another FIU.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. Washington about to boot it deep to start things in the 2nd half. He's going to bring it out from deep. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Florida International offense is back on the field. They got a lot done through the air in the 1st half, and they might need even more production here in the 2nd.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one, and they're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Off the play fake on 1st down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
That incompletion leads to 2nd down and 10. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. off the play fake.
What a great job using his speed to get to the quarterback. This linebacker would have started for those great Purple Rain defenses in the 80s under the legendary Washington Husky coach Don James. He would have loved to blitz this dude. So athletic from the linebacker position.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Wide receiver shows motion. Goalpost tapping you on the shoulder. Just take care of the football here. Afterburner's coming. He's at the 40. At the 20. Touchdown, FIU. And that one will give them the lead.
How about the aggressive play call backed up near your own end zone? Your quarterback drops back in the end zone. If he gets tackled, it's a safety, but it pays off. The defense is a little too aggressive, takes the big shot down the field, and he walks in for a 98-yard touchdown pass.
Fast motion from the offense. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
International. 26. Washington. 21.
Oh, he's going to take a chance. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one.
Offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touch. Working. I would expect him to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got 3 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 7. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust.
Timeout. Florida International.
This offense has a 2nd down play. He's looking to throw. He wants to go deep. And the incomplete pass, taking a shot on 2nd down, and they'll be left with a 3rd down.
Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like to almost jump balls up to my receiver, because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. The Huskies will be forced to boot it away.
In punt formation to kick it away.
Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. FIU gets it back, and the Panthers will send the offense back onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
And a big key on that throw to the slot receiver, guys, is putting the ball out in front. The location of the throw is what helped that guy get extra yards after the catch.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Looking for a deep man. And it's caught inside the 25. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. The give. Just steamrolling his way through. Touchdown, Florida International. And they take it in for 6 more points. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, chewing up that much yardage, defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And Washington is ready to go back on the attack. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air, and offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Running to the left. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29.
When you're a defense, it is stop the run first. That is your first responsibility. It makes the whole game easy. Right now, they got it going on the ground. The defense is going to have to change something up. These little tiny dink and dunk. You keep doing this, they'll go all the way down the field on you, so you might want to get a little bit more aggressive.
Quick release by the QB. And sure tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
You know, oftentimes these slot receivers, they're not the biggest guys in the world, but they're really good at finding the open spaces in the middle of the field. And you saw that guy attack the defense in the perfect spot, making life easy for his QB.
Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Guys, FIU ready to go back to work on offense. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. We'll see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. FIU pushing tempo.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. On 3rd and long, looking to throw away downfield. What a snag by the defense. Looking for more room. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Husky. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Minnesota. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen.
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have 1 remaining in the half.
Florida International.
Line gets set, 1st down.
29 Philly, 2-9 Philly. Tuna. Gaucho.
From the gun, the ground game. He breaks a tackle. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. They move the tight end all over. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Makes the grab on the left. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the 1st down.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And, heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, the good news is he did a nice job reading the coverage. He knew exactly where to go with the football that time. Just a little bit too much on that pass. You wonder if that's just nerves. He's got to settle himself down a little bit.
And the incompletion brings up a 2nd down.
Pound 55, cross. Now. Clear.
From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the 1st down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the 1st down marker.
And the Panthers are flying down the field. Leaves it with the running back. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Defensively, you'll take the slow death. You'll take 3, 4, 5 yards a pop, but you can't give up the massive plays. You got to do a better job containing the football, making them run to guys, and get them on the ground, for goodness sakes. This guy is fast, I know, but defensively, we got to swarm to the football and get him on the ground.
They'll try the run. They get him on the ground. He picked up about 4 yards, and the ball spotted at the 10.
Brings up second down.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity.
Lasso! Lasso!
Wide out in motion. Quarterback will audible. He's got it again. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Panthers!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And after the extra point, they're on top by 12. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. The kickoff team out there getting set. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He's not going to make it to the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 17. First down for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Well, the cornerback wasn't fooled that time. He was squatting on the out route, and because of that, he was able to transition, break on the ball, and knock it away.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On second down, he'll try to make the connection. That's caught. It's Williams. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Florida International 40, Washington 28.
They've changed ends of the field, now facing third down as they go back to work.
Here we go.
From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
After that incompletion, 4th and short now on their own side of the field, I think there's a lot of coaches in normal circumstances that would stay conservative and just punt the ball away. But you're trailing here in the 4th quarter. I think the offense needs to stay out on the field, and you got to go for it.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires a bullet. Now it's picked off. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Panthers. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win.
And that just might do it, man. Offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 30, but a productive return after deciding to bring it out.
Will take over. 1st and 10.
The Huskies have it back, trying to make this defense bow down to Washington. Motion from the offense. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Trying to beat the D deep. And they weren't able to make the connection. They were looking for an explosive play.
The offense came into this game knowing that for them to win, they were going to have to make some big plays throwing the football. That just has not been the case. Here in the fourth quarter, they've been held to less than 200 passing yards, and that's really the story of the game, guys.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Hit as he throws. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, it's been that kind of day here tonight. They just have not been able to find a rhythm and establish that throwing the football. Part of it has been wide receivers and quarterbacks not being on the same page, but you got to give this defense credit, too. Just like that last play, they have been getting after him. They've been hitting him, and that's a big reason why they've got such a big lead here in the fourth.
Threw a pick last time, almost threw another one, but you know what? I like the fact that this dude has no conscience.
None. Arm arrogance, right? He's going to spin the football, try to make plays. Like, listen, take the good with the bad, right? He's going to make some plays. He's going to give some away. Let's try to do a little bit more of the playmaking as opposed to giving it to the other team.
Tackle is made, but not until he gets the first down. This Washington offense moving quickly down the field. The aerial assault continues. Throws to the wideout. Incomplete. Man, is he lucky to get that one back. Defense that close to an interception.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Touchdown, Huskies! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target, and that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Goes to the option. He's not going to make it in, and the decision to go for 2 does not work out. If they're going to pull off this big rally, they'll need to get this one back. They line up for the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The Florida International offense is back on the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Couldn't get anything done on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 46. They'll put the tight end in motion. Power football with the run. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On third down, he drops to throw. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. FIU will line up to punt and see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
Will take over. First and 10.
And Washington is ready to go back on the attack.
42 Spider. 4-2 Spider. Go, go.
He'll come out throwing on first down, using his legs to buy some time. Finds a tight end. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. Big play to start this drive. Now they'll snap it from the 39. They'll throw it on first down. A little screen to the running back. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Now on second down. Unloads quickly. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get two bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
They turn to the passing game on third and short. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
And this is why coaches get paid the big bucks. Tough decision on your own side of the field. Fourth quarter, I'm trailing. Is it go time now, or do I trust my defense?
On fourth down, trying to keep the drive alive with the run. He's not going to make it, and what a big stop for this defense, and they might be able to put this thing away.
Obviously, they fail on that fourth down, but because there's still time on the clock, this game's not over. Who on defense right now can step up and make a big play and get the ball back to the offense?
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Running back searching for a hole. Bulls his way forward. Open space at the 25. He's got 99 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
All the way down to the 15-yard line. It's first down.
Lasso! Lasso!
Looking for a crease. It's Lions. Relying on the run. He gets a couple before he's knocked down. Ball's at the 13. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. They'll try to get outside. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, FIU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. They give themselves a little more cushion as they try to reel off their 4th straight win. If you want to know how to reach this guy, just send his mail to the end zone. That's where he lives.
He definitely is today. And I think the defense has to be getting a little sick and tired of the same guy beating him time and time again.
And the extra pointer right down the boulevard is there now, up 20 in the fourth. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's take a look at what's happening in a great college football matchup. Missouri is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Minnesota. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
And how about... He's looking deep. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Got it behind the line. It's Washington. Can't get him to the ground. Knocked down for the tackle.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
On 4th down, going to the air. He's taking a deep shot. He's got it down the left. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Back to the air one more time. Pulls it in. It's Washington. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Timber. Easy.
From the red zone, looking for a receiver. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incomplete pass leaves him with 2nd down.
Come on, set.
He's looking to throw. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a 1st down.
Well, it's a great individual effort by him, but boy, oh boy, it came at a cost. He was able to go out and get some positive yards and make something happen for his offense, but did you see the hit he just took? I don't know if he can take too many more of those.
He's looking to pass. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
Just like to see the quarterback have a clock going off in his head, forcing him to get rid of that football. Can't take a sack on 1st down in goal-to-go situation and move your offense backwards.
Green 25.
On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Fires to the wideout. And this sophomore's going to learn you can't force that type of pass. Very lucky to get it back.
This has been a disaster for the offense down close to the goal line. The first snap, they get sacked. The second snap, they're lucky it wasn't picked, throwing that one into coverage. Here you go on 3rd down. You're going to have to throw for it. You better be careful. QB's got to make a good decision.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. A field goal really doesn't do much for you in this situation, so they'll go for it on 4th and goal. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Looking for the end zone. And it's picked off again. His night vision hasn't been on par.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.